In my last video, I demonstrated how to do mattress stitch when you're working stockinette. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to work mattress stitch when you're working with ribbing. So what mattress stitch is it's a way you can seam work that you've done flat or just two pieces together. And the way you do it is you go back and forth between the two edges and you pick up the bars connecting the first stitch and the second stitch. So doing it with stockinette, I'll be sure to link that video up above and also in the description box down below. In this video, we're going to be showing it, or I'll be showing it here on this 1x1 ribbing. So what you want to have in front of you is you want to have the one piece that you're seaming together, or if you're seaming two pieces together, this video also works for that. And you want to have a tapestry needle. This is one of my favorite tapestry needles that comes in the Clover 3-piece set. So I'll be sure to link that Clover 3-piece set down below. It comes with 3 different sizes, which makes it really nice. So you always have a tapestry needle, no matter what the weight of your yarn is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my work in front of me with the cast on edge down closest to me and the cast off edge furthest away. And if you happen to have a right side or a wrong side to your work, you would want to have the right side of your work facing down towards the table and the wrong side up. So let's say this is the wrong side of my work. I have my cast on edge and I have my cast off edge. Then I want to align the two seams that I'm trying to sew together. So right now it'd be like I had the right side and the right side facing up. This is all the inside of my work. Now I need to seam. So different options for seaming is you can use your cast on tail if you happen to have a really long cast on tail, which I happen to have here. So I'll be using this. I'm just gonna cut it a little bit shorter. If you don't have a long cast on tail, you can also just join in a new piece of yarn as you're seaming. So first up, let me use this white piece of paper to show you what we're trying to seam here. So I'm just gonna put this on the inside of my work. And again, this would be like the inside of your sleeve or the inside of your sock. This would be the outside of your sleeve. What we're trying to do is we're trying to find and locate the first and second stitch on either side of where we're seaming. So let me zoom in the camera here real quick. What we want to do here is first, again, just like we did with the stockinette in the previous video, is we want to uncurl the edge of our work. And in the case of this work right here, we finished with a purl stitch. So the purl stitch, what it makes up along this edge is you have this upper portion of the purl stitch and then you have this lower portion. It's almost like it's a rainbow and then it's a U shape. And then right above it, you have another rainbow and you have a U shape. Rainbow right there and your U shape. Then right next to it, we have the column of the knit stitches. So the bar we want to pick up on this side is that U shape. We're going to go along and pick up each one of those. On the other side of my work, I have a column of knit stitches, and then right next to that, I have a column of purl stitches. So again, the purl stitch, you'll see we have the U shape, then we have the rainbow, and then another U shape. We want to pick up the bar connecting the knit stitch to the purl stitch, so that would be this rightmost U shape, all the way up. Now it doesn't matter which side you start on. I'm going to thread in my cast on tail right now. And first, I'm just going to pick up one thing from either cast on edge. So I like to pick up, if I skip past this very most edge down here to the bottom before I have my knit stitches, that backmost cast on loop. And then if I go over to my other side, and again, go past my knit stitches to where the purl stitches are, and pick up the back portion of that cast on loop. Okay, so all I've done there is pick up the cast on edge, one stitch in. Now the actual mattress stitch begins. So going back over to the opposite side, again, I want to unroll my edge. I want to look for those columns of V's making up my knit stitch, and then I want to look just to the left of that. Just to the left of that, I have my bar. So I'm going to pick up the bar. So along this edge, I have my column of knit stitches. Then just to the left of that, I have my purl stitch. And I want to pick up the first U shape to the left of that knit stitch. Now I go back over to the other side. Again, I have my column along the edge, my knit stitches right here. I'm going to pick up the bar right before, right to the left of those knit stitches. Go back over to my other side. I have my column of knit stitches along the edge, picking up the bar just to the left of them. Going to keep on going back and forth, picking up those exact same two locations. And I'm going to continue doing this for just about an inch. Once I've gone about an inch, it doesn't look pretty yet. What I want to do is I want to hold on to my work, and then I take the piece of yarn I've been seaming with and I pull on it. So that's going to tighten up the seam. There, I tighten it a little too far. You want to make sure it doesn't bunch up there at your edge. So now I've seamed that portion. And if you look at that portion, it should look just like all those other portions of knit stitches that I have in my work. So it really, the nice thing about mattress stitch is it's almost invisible. The one place where you can usually tell is right there at the cast on edge. Right there might be a little bit of a bump. That you can get rid of with blocking though, and just making sure you even that out. So now that I've gone about an inch, I'm going to go back again and then do another inch and tighten. And you'll know you did it right if you have the exact same number of bars on either side. It's okay if you have one more on either side, you just want to skip one towards the end. That way it will even out. And once I get all the way up here to the top, just like I did on the bottom edge, I pick up the back half of now the cast off stitch from either side. And then I tighten one last time. Now, if you tighten too far, which you can definitely do, and it'll just kind of make your work bunch up usually. So like if I did that by accident, you can always loosen it up. Just you want to make sure you get it to the right tension before you even your ends. So that actually looks a little too loose now. Okay, that looks really good. So that is how you would work mattress stitch if you've knit one, purl one, ribbing. So again, a great use for this could be something like if you're knitting a sweater sleeve and you knit it flat, you just seam up the cuff, and then the rest of the sleeve is likely in stockinette. So that would be the other video I have. It could be things like socks knit flat or my hat knit flat video. I have a lot of knit flat patterns here on YouTube that I'll be sure to link to in a playlist down below. So this would be the front side of your work. And on the back side of your work, you do have a bit of a bump that forms. This bump is those edge stitches that you're bringing in towards the inside. So there is a bit of a bump on the inside of your work. The nice part about that though, is that gives you something to weave your ends into. So I actually really like having those bumps. It comes in handy weaving in ends. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Again, if you want to see the stockinette version, I'll link it down below, and I'll see you next time.